Okay. Well,
Hey y'all, welcome to our channel.
welcome to our first episode of the I don't have a name. We're gonna call it the Super Amazing Cool Podcast.
Don't ever name things again.
Sakfa.
I swear, you give like the weirdest fucking titles to anything.
I don't.
I could write.
Mana
yes, you
does.
do. Granted,
discussion for later. Discussion for later, Cheney. We're in the middle of a podcast. We're horrible.
Make
Podcasters, is
like,
that what you call them?
Name it Blue.
Podcasters, is that what you call us? I don't know.
Dumbasses.
Okay, nice. What our topic for today, Cheney? Would you like to introduce our topic for today?
We will be talking about bread today.
Bread.
I know what you're thinking. Why bread?
Why bread?
Because bread. You know who loves bread? Oprah.
What?
You don't remember that commercial where she was like, ready? I'm Oprah Winfrey, and I like bread. And I'm not afraid to say it. You don't remember that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I remember seeing that when I was like Madison's age.
I have no idea what
I would go around all day and be like, Mom, I love bread. I love bread. It was like for fucking weight loss, some shit.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And she was like, I love bread. Comment down below if you too love bread. No.
Shut up.
She was like, I love bread. And now, because of I'm not gaining weight because of it. And I was like, okay.
Sounds like Oprah, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Go off, Miss Orpa.
Okay, back onto our actual discussion of bread.
Bread.
Because that was a very long tangent.
That was very much a tangent, you know?
Okay, I don't know. What are we supposed to say about bread?
So,
all right, favorite type of bread. Favorite type of bread?
Sourdough.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know if I've ever had. I know it's weird to say this, but I don't know if I've ever had sourdough. But that's just because my family eats potato bread all the time. Or French bread, like the baguette, the long baguette. We get that all the time. My dad.
I'm just going to Panera and getting like hella baguettes before comps.
True, but no, we get like my dad gets like the big French baguettes or whatever, and like he's the one who eats them. He has them like for like sandwiches or whatever. But sometimes like on Thanksgiving or like Christmas, we'll have them for like with like butter and whatever. But no, I really used to only eat potato. Okay, but see, here's the thing: I eat potato bread at my house, but when I go to my grandmother's house, they have like the freaking whole wheat or white bread. Those are your two options.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I really don't want to pick the whole wheat, but I also really don't want to pick the white bread. And I think I just end up picking the white bread. And then I'm like, ugh, you know?
Ugh. I remember there was this one day in band where Huang was like, he was just absolutely going in on some white bread. He was like, fuck white bread. That shit sucks. All my homies hate white bread. And we were just like, go off, Mr. Huang. I think this was the time where he had a whole bunch of like cough syrup. And I think that was the same day where he sang into a drum and he was like,
wow, the craziest things that does.
I swear it works, guys. That was a fun class. But yeah, he was like, fuck white bread. That shit sticks to the top of my mouth. And I was
like, does though.
You know what? You're not totally wrong, Huang. It does. It does. Especially like that just reminds you of this Thanksgiving leftover thing my geosystems teacher taught us. He was like, yeah, just soak some white bread in gravy for an entire night. And then it was like the several tier sandwich. And I was like, that's kind of genius, but it also sounds hella gross. So
on the topic of bread and sandwiches, I don't know. I didn't know where I was going with that. I just figured, you would take off with my idea, but no. Okay.
Okay. So on the topic of...
No, my turn. My turn.
Okay.
No, this is not really a weird story, but the other bread that my grandparents always had is oatmeal raisin. So sometimes they would only have like the whole wheat and they had this like oatmeal raisin, whatever kind of bread. I don't know why.
Is it a fucking cookie? Why is
No.
it bread?
It's bread. It's bread and it's got like raisins in it. I
Gross.
promise you, it's so weird. And so, but then one time I was like, fine, I'll just eat with the whole wheat. But turns out it's that freaking raisin bread. And so I started to eat it, and then I was like, ew, this
What
is
the
so
fuck is that?
disgusting. And I immediately spit it out, and then I felt kind of bad because I threw it away.
Could you imagine like trying to make like a grilled cheese and you're not really paying attention and it's fucking raisin bread? Oh my god. Blech. Gross. Nasty.
Which, on topic of bread and sandwiches, grilled cheese. I love grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Oh my god. If I were to die tomorrow, hope I don't, kind of do. Anyway, don't send that to my therapist. Anyway,
We're on the topic of bread.
we're on the topic of bread. So if I were to die tomorrow, I would want some tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. That I love that. It's the best. It's fantastic.
I actually haven't not had grilled cheese in a long time, but that was like, I mean that in like when I went to like Florida and my aunt was like, hey, you want a grilled cheese? I was like, oh my God.
Why did it take me so long for my brain to come? Oh my God. My brain's just fucked up because you said haven't not, and my brain was like, hold on. Anyway, continue.
No, but like she was like, you want a grilled cheese? And I was like, I haven't had that in like so long. Okay, I'll take one. And it was so good. And it was like, oh my God, I've been missing out for like probably like 5 years, okay? I just didn't, so bad. And so then I came home and then I was like, okay, how do you make this stupid grilled cheese? Because now I really want it. Anyways, it's a podcast. We're dropping a recipe right now.
Oh,
Dropping a
I
recipe
used this
right
recipe,
now.
by the way,
You did?
because
Oh,
you
yeah.
said, and now that's like my go-to.
Oh, the mayo on
No, yeah. That shit
Okay.
hits different.
It does. You gotta put mayo on the bread on both sides. You got to put both sides. Well, depending on, it doesn't really matter how you do it. I kind of do it differently.
I also put a little bit of butter on the inside.
Yeah. I don't remember. No, you put some mayo on it and you stick them in the pan. That's like your like butter. I mean, I guess you could put butter, but that's like your, your butter. You put mayo on the other side and you let the mayo melt and then you put some cheese on and you let the cheese melt and you top them together and boom, it's delicious. And you can eat it with like tomato soup or whatever, or just by itself. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. And I'm like, I want one tomorrow.
Oh my God. So speaking of bread, on the topic of bread, again, sourdough bread, like I mentioned, yes. So I remember being sick one day from middle school because I used to do that a lot. I used to be like, yeah, I'm sick. You remember that? I used to miss hella school because I was sick. Except for one time when I actually got the flu and I was like, fuck. And anyway, I'm gonna go on a tangent. So my mom was like, oh, you don't feel well because acting skills. And so we had some sourdough. So she toasted the sourdough, got a big fucking mushroom, put that on the fucking stove, got a huge, like a hamburger kind of thing, hamburger patty, not kind of thing, fucking hell, Cheney. And then with some Dijon mustard, put it all together. That shit is the most amazing sandwich I've ever had in my life. That sandwich was fucking, it was beyond amazing. It was orgasmic. That sandwich. And I stand by that. I will stand by that.
Not my choice of words, but
that is my choice of words. That
Okay,
will
guys,
forever be my choice of words for that sandwich.
that is
That sandwich.
that is the word of the day.
Better than
for this
any man.
podcast. Did you just
Word of the day, guys.
My brain was late to processing what you said, and I went,
Delayed reaction.
oh god.
Anyway,
I don't know
word
how
of
I
the
can
day,
talk about
guys.
bread anymore. I don't know how we can talk about bread.
Cheney somehow made.
I feel like the new podcast name should just be Cheney being weird.
Cheney. I mean, that's like every day though.
Are you sure that's something you really want to admit here right now? Back to bread. Ooh, did you get the this is random. Did you get the crust off? You know, cut the crust off of your bread when you were younger?
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. I hated them. I hated it.
Only weirdos had crusts on at that age.
I was so my mom was like
psychopaths.
I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah, that's some Ted Bundy.
Which is honestly, but you know, then I got, you know, into eating the crust or whatever. But I think the reason I got into eating the crust, and I can't stand those stupid Uncrustables things. Because there's no crust. And so now I'm like
I love those. I had those like every day for lunch freshman year, which in hindsight probably wasn't the healthiest. But you know, it was a decision that I made.
Yeah.
I balanced it out sophomore year though, don't worry.
You are admitting things I would not admit.
I just ate salads every day.
Okay, guys, that's it. We're done.
I love bread. How have you not seen that?
I don't know.
Did you live under a fucking rock? The fuck?
We'll watch it later, okay?
Deep shit. I love bread. And now, because of I'm not gaining weight because of it.
Guys, and that's the end of and that's in the end of my super amazing cool podcast.
Yeah.
Cool, amazing
Hope
podcast.
you enjoyed your
I'm flipping it
time.
around. Super cool, amazing podcast. I've swapped it around.
I still don't think you should ever name things.
We'll come up with a better name later. You
Well,
didn't have one.
You know what? I'll come up with a way better name. Okay, fuck you.
Okay. Wow. I don't know. We're saying like,
comment, subscribe.
Comment what's
Hit
your
that
favorite
bell down below, guys.
Comment what's your favorite type of bread. And also comment your recipes for like grilled cheese or stuff.
And if you remember the I love bread. I can't be the only one.
Anyways, and as to how we always are now ending our videos, because we've now discussed as this is the only possible way to end them.
Oh,
Here are my handles.
Fuck your handles. Hold on.